Hey guys, here it is, that time of day again. I'm going to be pushing it out on Friday afternoon. That means that you will have till maybe around 1 o'clock on Monday to vote for round 6. We are beginning round 6. Only a few more rounds to go until we do our final vote of the top books from the Georgia Book Award nominees. Yesterday, we read 2 books, Walking with Vanessa and When's My Birthday. You guys voted, and your votes are in, and you voted for When's My Birthday. So, today, round 6, we are going to do 2 more books. This time, we're going to read Crown, An Ode to a Fresh Cut. And book number 2, Before She Was Harriet. So let us begin. Crown, An Ode to a Fresh Cut. When it's your turn in the chair, you stand at attention and forget about who you were when you walked through that door. You came in as a lump of clay, a blank canvas, a slab of marble. But when my man is done with you, they'll want to post you up in museums. That's my word. He'll drape you like royalty with that cape to keep the fine hairs off your neck and your princely robes. It's amazing what a tight fade, high-low bald does for your confidence. Dark Caesar. Who knows? You might just smash that geography exam tomorrow and rearrange the entire principal's honor roll. A fresh cut does something to your brain, right? It hooks up your intelligence. You're a star, a brilliant, blazing star. Not the kind that you'll find on a sidewalk in Hollywood. Nope. They're going to have to wear shades when they look up and catch your shine. He'll lean you back in the chair and dab that cool shaving cream on your forehead and then craft a flawless line with that razor. Slow, steady, surgical. It frames your swagger. The cute girl in the class across the way won't be able to keep her pretty eyes off of you. Her friends will giggle and whisper, "Girl, he's so fine." Yeah, that's what they'll say. The whole school will be seasick from the rows and rows of ripples. You'll have more waves on your head than the Atlantic Ocean. Shout out to my do-rag and Patience. There's a dude to the left of you with a faux hawk, deep part skin fade. He looks presidential. Maybe he's the CEO of a tech company that manufactures cool. He's a boss. That's how important he looks. Dude to the right of you looks majestic. There are thousands of black angels waiting to guide and protect him as soon as he steps a foot out that door. That's how important he looks. There's a dude standing in the mirror that can't get over the masterful designs crafted on the side of his dome. Everywhere he goes, people will ask for his autograph. He looks so fresh. He looks like he owns a few acres of land on Saturn. Maybe there's a river named after him on Mars. He looks that important. There are 2 dudes, one with locks and the other one with cornrows, and a lady with a butterscotch complexion, and all they want is a shape-up. Tapered sides, a trim, and a crisp but subtle line. And sometimes in life, that's all you need. A crisp but subtle line. When your barber is done, you'll feel like $1 million and some change. When his fingertip hits you with that apple green alcohol or that witch hazel, it'll sting, but not like a scorpion or a hornet, more like an electric stamp of approval. And when you see the cut yourself in that handheld mirror, you'll smile a really big smile. That's the you that you love the most. That's the you that wins everything. That's the gold medal you. Every person in the shop will rise to their feet and give you a round of applause for being so fly. Not really, but they'll look like they want to. You'll see it in their eyes. It's the look your English teacher gives you when she hands you your last test with a bright red 97 slapped on it. It's how your mother looks at you before she calls you beautiful. Flowers are beautiful. Sunrises are beautiful. Being viewed in your mother's eye as someone that matters, now that's beautiful. And you'll take it. You don't mind at all. Finally, he'll remove your cape and then swipe down with a brush made from a golden horsetail. You'll put the money in his hand without even expecting change back. Tip that man. Tip that man. It was worth it. It always is. You know why? Because you'll leave out of the shop every single time feeling the exact same way. Magnificent. Flawless. Like royalty. Hello, world. And that is Crown, an ode to the fresh cut. Book 2, Before She Was Harriet. And by the way, both of these books are reading quiz tests. Crown is a 3.8. And Before She Was Harriet is a 4.5. Here she sits, an old woman, tired and worn, her legs stiff, her back achy. But before wrinkles formed and her eyes failed, before she reached her twilight years, she could walk for miles and see clearly under the sky lit only with stars. Before she was an old woman, she was a suffragist, a voice for women who had none in marriages, in courts, in voting booths. Before her voice became soft and raspy, it was loud and angry, rising above the injustice. Before she was a suffragist, she was General Tubman, rising out of the fog, armed with courage, strong in the face of rebels and planters and overseers as they watched fields burn and bridges fall and 700 slaves stop chopping and start running to a woman who ferried them to freedom on the Combahee River, turned River Jordan. And before she was General Tubman, she was a Union spy, carrying secrets across battlefields to soldiers fighting in the Civil War for President Lincoln to end slavery. Before she was a Union spy, she was a nurse, caring for those hit with bullets and hatred and fear, tending to them with bandages and words in the bloody dirt of Southern soil. Before she was a nurse, she was Aunt Harriet, daughter of Ben and Rit, who helped her parents flee their master and find their way through woods and streams to the safety of Canada, a new home in the North. Before she was Aunt Harriet, she was Moses, a conductor on an underground railroad with no trains, no tracks, just passengers traveling to freedom up north, through swamps, past slave catchers, across rivers, and under the cover of night. Seeking the promised land for her people, led by dreams and God and faith, a wisp of a woman with the courage of a lion. Before she was Moses, she was Minty of Maryland, of one slave owner and then others, who worked her, punished her with lashes, broke her back, but not her spirit. Before she was Minty, she was Araminta, a young girl taught by her father to read the woods and the stars at night, reading for the day. She'd leave behind slavery along with her name, and she'd pick up her new one, Harriet. And remember her days as a suffragist, as a general, as a spy, as a nurse, as Aunt Harriet, as Moses, as a conductor. As Minty, as Araminta, who dreamed of living long enough to one day be old, stiff, and achy, tired and worn and wrinkled and free. The end. Before she was Harriet. So I hope you enjoyed both of our selections today. I do have to say I think these are going to be some close votes, because both of these are really good books. Crown, An Ode to the Fresh Cut, or Before She Was Harriet. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed these readings, and don't forget to vote.